There is a lot of talk about CSR as the way by which corporations will go about solving the world's problems. And while that is a very, very noble way of actually contributing towards solutioning, I think it's insufficient. And this was a problem that was plaguing, was bothering me as I was looking at the outside world, asking if in fact companies were shirking their broader responsibilities and hiding behind the guise of CSR. So that particular question was answered relatively nicely by a very important source article that met the criteria of the kinds of journals that do publish extremely rigorous research. And this source article asked that fundamental question, which is CSR enough? Or should you really look at responsibility, the idea that you want to responsibly solve the world's big problems, as something that is more systemic, something that you drive into your fundamental way of doing business, into your fundamental innovation processes? So to me, that was an interesting trigger. Now, the second question, of course, is how do you do it? And here the author, and there was another source article as well that I used for this, fell a little short of trying to actually describe how this idea of responsible innovation, the idea of driving responsibility into the core innovation processes or the core business processes of the company, how would you actually implement it? So it beautifully matched the problem that MPI is trying to solve, which is there are some interesting and well-researched insights just not being translated into language and practices that an industry practitioner can actually implement. And I was talking specifically to the chief innovation officers, the chief product officers, the chief executive officers who are interested in innovation. I was trying to speak to them about how they could take these ideas of responsible innovation and drive them into daily practice. There really are 4 aspects to responsible innovation. And one of them is anticipation. So the premise here is that the innovator needs to think through the consequences of what it is that they might be working on. Using systems thinking as a tool, building it into the innovation or the product development process, perhaps through the weekly reviews that the team conducts, or perhaps through the quarterly reviews that the management team might conduct with the team. These are practical ways in which this intellectual idea of anticipating innovation consequences can be translated into the practical act of actually understanding consequences and deciding what to do about them.